All right, the beginning of the famous Death Railway in Kanchanaburi. From World War II, when the Japanese occupied this part of Thailand, and they were occupying parts of Burma, Myanmar it's called today, and they wanted to connect the two. I don't know if they wanted to go all the way to Bangkok, but what they used were prisoners of war, foreign ones, with also enslaved locals who died of lots of diseases in terrible conditions building this railway over the River Kwai. Lots of movies have been made about it with famous actors over the last 50 years. And it's the major tourist point in Kanchanaburi. And the train is still active, unbelievably, because they didn't make it all the way to the Burmese border, but they did penetrate the jungle quite a bit. And there are famous war cemeteries from this time, at least 2 large ones, thousands of Europeans and Australians, New Zealanders. I'm not sure if there were Canadians or Americans in this part, because they were more in Europe or North Africa. But certainly majority Australian and New Zealand. Yeah, and as we get closer to the railway station on the other side of the River Kwai, there's more and more tourists, even though this is the off season. Okay, well, I thought I should add, I got the information, and during this bad episode of World War II, building that death railway, with the POWs, the prisoners of war from the Allies, the British were the highest casualty, not Australians. And that's because Burma, which the Japanese wanted to connect Bangkok to, was a British colony, and then to the west of Thailand was neutral. And then to the south was Malaysia, which was a British colony. Singapore and Malaysia were connected back then, called Malaya. So that's one of the reasons that there were so many prisoners of war that were British and died building that rail line. Okay, here's an old train they saved in the outdoor museum for the Death Railway. It's an old steam engine locomotive from the early 1940s. That's great, they saved it. Piece of the past. Yeah, so the interesting thing about the Death Railway, which has obvious historic value, is that it is an active train line, and it does connect what the Japanese wanted to do back in World War II. It does connect to Bangkok, and it even continues towards the Myanmar border, old Burma. Here's the schedule, and we'll get some information and see if we can go out towards Myanmar with Cactus, our little doggy. Okay, here we are at the Kanchanaburi train station, and unfortunately I'm a little disappointed with Thailand in this, that foreigners actually pay more. I'm paying 100 baht and Rek is paying 12 baht, and Cactus is paying 90. That's okay, because that's special. But what I don't like is when there's foreign pricing on public transportation. It's actually the first time in almost 5 years in Thailand for public transportation. Sure, taxis and tuk-tuks will try and rip you off, but and national parks, things like that. There is foreign pricing, but this is my first experience with public transportation and foreign pricing. It's cheap, who cares? 100 baht, it's $3 one way, who cares? But it's not that nice. Okay, here's our train arriving. It'll take us over the Death Railway Bridge and down the track to Burma. Japanese World War II history. We're on it. That was sure loud. Oh, it's nice and orange. Looks like it's reserved for monks. I think that's just the paint color they chose. That's cool. Old wood, third class. Right on. Cactus, first train ride. Oh, he likes his little backpack. Enjoy. Okay. Here's the famous Death Railway Bridge over the River Kwai. Now, visitors do like to walk on this bridge when there's no train, but then sometimes the train comes and you can duck away from the train on these little platforms. There's several safety platforms. And there's a floating restaurant. They're all along the River Kwai. Hotel rooms. Okay, here we are in the Death Railway. And obviously it was sheer hell making this thing. Lots of people died. The train is totally on a slope. difficult to build. Oh, in our window here in the train, we have a little praying mantis. Where'd he go? Oh, he's gone. Too much wind. All right, we made it to Wangpo on the Death Railway. The original, well, the track back in the World War II times did go into Burma, but because of politics, they stopped those stations. It's not an international line. What's up, Cactus? Did you like the train? I think you had fun. It was fun making it, and I hope you learned something and enjoyed. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye! Thank you! See you next time.